It's almost impossible to discuss adequate national environmental policy without the involvement of civil society. Civil society takes part in this process at all stages: development of plans and strategies, analysis, and evaluation of results. This project has had a direct impact on the policies, capabilities and capacity building of civil society concerning the implementation of the protocol on pollutant release and transfer registers, which had to be ratified. However, this hasn't been done since 2003. The aim was to inform as many stakeholders as possible on the protocol, its availability in Ukraine and the importance of its implementation. In order to do this, 3 roundtable discussions have been conducted during national-level events. 1 year ago, the first roundtable discussion was held within the framework of the International Forum Environment for Ukraine 2014, where this issue was raised. We set up our own online education portal at www.ecoacademy.org.ua and developed an online course on the protocol on pollutant release and transfer registers. Conceptual documents have been developed, including a PRTR concept. This is the roadmap which defines what the country must do to ratify the document and what it must do afterwards, what steps should be taken, what legislation should be adopted. We are living in the decades of education for sustainable development, as announced by the United Nations organization. This is a new stage and a new milestone, uniting education, science and economics. This is education for sustainable development. The content of educational information activities is determined by the public, civil society institutions and NGOs, which in most cases can operate more effectively than government and academic institutions. They are more flexible and responsive when it comes to tackling urgent issues and identifying ways of communicating with different target groups. Such cooperation between the state, civil society, research and educational institutions is a perfect solution which can help us solve these issues in a so much better way. We started out by setting up a partnership network, Education for Sustainable Development in Ukraine. And the partnership existed before the project, but with the help of the project, we have managed to create our own website and enlist new members. Now, the network includes more than 60 members. The aim is to create a platform for exchange of experience in this area of education for sustainable development. The network started to grow, an additional online course was developed, and currently the website offers 2 courses, PRTR and the Principles of Sustainable Development. The latter is offered free of charge, and anyone interested in improving their knowledge and competencies in this area is welcome to enlist and take the course. I was quite impressed by how teachers search for information, how much time and effort they put into their teaching. However, students don't even realize this. The problem of waste management is very relevant for Ukraine now. Waste continues to build up, and while the issue has been solved in principle, the solution is not sufficiently effective. The main objective today is to adapt Ukrainian legislation to the requirements of EU laws and implement 2 main principles. The polluter must pay, and producer liability should be made more stringent. In 2013, 448 million tons of waste was accumulated in Ukraine, and only 147 million tons of that was recycled. As part of the project, jointly with the All-Ukrainian Ecological League and certain other project partners, a national forum for environmental safety and solid waste management was conducted. The results became the basis for a draft law, which was reviewed by the relevant committees of Parliament and eventually submitted for plenary parliamentary consideration. With assistance from the UNDP and GF Small Grants Program in Ukraine, we are implementing a project which will facilitate dissemination of information on sustainable public procurement. Sustainable public procurement is a powerful instrument helping implement the principles of sustainable development and the green economy principles. Ecological criteria should be both formulated and introduced. To accomplish this, however, amendments are required to national legislation, and this is being done and proposals are being formulated. We have completed a study and analysis of Ukrainian legislation in terms of its readiness to embrace sustainable public procurement. Based on the analysis of our goods and services and market readiness to implement sustainable public procurement, sectors of the economy and priority areas and groups of goods have been determined.